Um, I would like to invite Toastmaster Raquel Jones to do the invocation.
Thank you, Madam President. Good afternoon, Gaveliers. I want to begin this invocation with a scripture that I chose just for this occasion. Scripture says, be strong, be fearless, don't be afraid, and don't be scared of your enemies, because the Lord your God is the one who marches with you. He won't let you down, and he won't abandon you. Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. The scripture suggests strength and courage. This is what it took for you, Bridgeport High School students, to complete this youth fellowship development program and form this Gavel club called Gaveliers. Be proud of yourselves as you graduate and take the helm of leadership this afternoon. Well done. Continue to grow, learn, and develop your fellow club members in this Toastmasters Club. Let us pray. Most righteous Heavenly Father, we lift your name high this evening, and we give you thanks and we give you praise for these young leaders as they graduate and they take on the helm of leadership. Help them to grow, Lord God. Help them to cherish this appointment as leaders within this newly minted Gavel Club, and cause that Gaveliers will rise and soar by the strength of your help and your mighty hand, is our prayer to you this afternoon, in Jesus' name. Amen, amen, amen. Back over to you, Madam President.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to invite Christiana Long to do the welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to our Youth Leadership Program training. And today we have our Bridgeport High School Glistening Gaveliers Club graduation ceremony. And I hope you all enjoy what we have in store today. Yeah. Back to you, Madam President.
The opening remarks will be done by Toastmaster Alicia Chandler. Please help me welcome her to the lectern.
Good afternoon, fellow Gaveliers and Toastmasters. Can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Okay, great. Great. Now, as you know, celebrations infuse life with passion and purpose. They summon the human spirit. Fellow Toastmasters, area directors, guests, ladies and gentlemen. This is a moment of celebration, a moment of reflection, a moment of accomplishments. Over the past couple of weeks, our youth leaders have excelled and emerged as true leaders, exemplifying the core values of Toastmasters. And as Gavel Club Chair for the District Division A to H, it is indeed a great moment to be part of this Gavel Club being chartered. You know, in today's society, we hear so many negative things about our youth, and I'm happy that we have such participants who are dedicated and committed themselves to something positive, and thus this Gavel Club was conceptualized. For those who might not know, a Gavel Club is a club catered to our students 18 years old, 18 years and under, who benefit from a structured program that will enhance their leadership, communication, and speaking skills. Gavel Clubs also provide Toastmasters clubs and organizations with an excellent opportunity for community service. And during this club, these students will continue their leadership and communication skills. Today, fellow youth leaders, Gaveliers, we thank you and commend you for your commitment and dedication to the program. And we look forward to you as you develop into a Gavel Club. Special thanks to all those Toastmasters who've made this possible. And as Nelson Mandela states, that the youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. And today we are building future leaders today. Madam Chair.
Oh, thank you, Miss. I would like to introduce, well, in true Toastmaster fashion, we have a few icebreaker speeches prepared. And I would like to introduce Christina Long with her speech called How to Be a Great Leader. Please help me welcome Christina Long.
Chrisania.
Sorry.
I can't share my screen today because something is wrong with my laptop. And this is not a long presentation. I just hope you learn something from it. How to be a great leader. First, what is the meaning of the word leader? What I have here is a person or thing that leads, commanding, guiding head, or directing as of a group or activity. And how do you be a great leader? Here I have 5 tips on how you can be a great leader. Number 1, cast a positive attitude. All leaders should have a positive attitude. Like, for example, if someone asks you a question and you're giving them a bad attitude, all you're making them do is you're only making them give you back a bad attitude, and you're supposed to set a positive example. Number 2, serve as a role model. Be the person on stage speaking with confidence and younger children looking up on you saying, I want to be just like her or him, so confident, properly groomed, and know what they're saying. We all want to hear stuff like that. I don't know, when I hear them, I feel good. Number 3, motivate your group members. Provide inspirational motivation to encourage your group members to get into action. Being inspirational isn't always easy, but you don't need speeches to inspire your group members. Just be passionate about goals or ideas and help them to feel included in the process. Number 4, communicate and listen effectively. Express sincere care and concern for the members of your group. Do not show one love and leave the other hanging. Ensure they all feel welcome and feel like they can share their ideas and goals for the group. Number 5 and last, be a coach. One of a great leader's main duty is coaching your group members. Paint a vision of the future, inspiring them to do whatever it takes to get there. Inspire actions that will help execute that goal. Equally treat everyone like you would want to be treated. And finally, give credit where it is due. And I'm leaving you with this question. Are you a great leader? Thank you.
Thank you, Christiana. That was a good question. It got me thinking. Now I would like to introduce Tiana Jones with another speech titled The Element of Growth. Please allow me to introduce Tiana Jones. Tiana, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I did not hear what was just said.
I was introducing you to the icebreaker speech.
Okay. We'll start now. Good afternoon, everyone. Growth means change, and change involves risk. Stepping from known to unknown places. This was well said by George Quinn. Let's travel back in time. On June 4, 2004, at around 11:35 p.m., the doctors laid eyes on a 6-ounce bouncing baby girl, the second born of fraternal twin. About 6 weeks after this blessing, the doctors were in a panic, saying, "Something wrong with the baby foot. It can't straighten." Little did they know that it was just a family trait of bandy legs, which fortunately she grew out over time. Speaking on the topic of growth, time had lapsed so quickly it was already 8 years. At this time in her life, there was no doubt she wanted to become a doctor. She gave her life to the Lord and discovered her passion for art. By her 3rd year of high school,
Yes. What did you say? I can put on my camera today because I have a good.
By her 3rd year of high school, her interest grew more towards neurology. As a result, she focused on math, art, and the sciences. Throughout her 5 years of high school, she was known as the reserved type, as she locked herself in a shell. Fast forward to 2021, she started her journey in a new environment. And like a wrecking ball, she tore down the walls of shyness. Who was that girl, you may ask? She is Tiana Jones. I am not waiting on life to hand me my dreams, but I am chasing them instead. I am readily welcoming change, and I see endless doors of opportunities. I have grown to accept that without the experiences of yesterday, I would not be the person I am today. Accept your weakness and celebrate your growth. Thank you. I now hand back to youth leader Sabrina.
Thank you, Tiana. Well done. I am delighted to introduce our guest speaker, DTM Veris Clark Ellis. She is going to address us today. She is an experienced Toastmaster of 29 years. In her Toastmasters journey, she has held office at the club, area, and district levels, and has the distinction of being the charter president, UCT TM, which she started in 2002. She has held every position in the executive more than once and currently serves as the club's vice president education. She has been club sponsors, club mentors, and mentor for more than 20 Toastmasters. She is also a certified Toastmaster International trainer. Our speaker is a multidisciplinary professional educator with more than 4 decades experience in the educational area. She has served as a teacher trainer, a science educator, and an education officer in supervision and training at the secondary and tertiary levels. She has established professional working relationship. She has established a professional working relationship with the Bridgeport High School. She has been training high school student leaders for well over 20 years in the communication department, time management, and teamwork. She has conducted hundreds of workshops and seminars on the topics of communication, protocol, public speaking, the effective middle manager, event planning, preliminary procedure, school management, customer service, student leadership, and public relations under the trading name Professional Training and Communication Services. Her passion is public speaking, and she has authored a book on the subject, Public Speaking, the Art Made Simple. She currently teaches public speaking and business communication at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. Her community service involves serving on national, school, and church boards. Help me to welcome our featured speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Veris Clark Ellis.
Thank you, Ms. McIntosh. Madam President and other members of the newly chartered, not chartered yet, of the new Gavel Club, distinguished Toastmasters who have worked hard in the establishment of this club, division leaders, district leaders, friends of the club. And notice that Mr. Messam, our former principal, is in the house. Mr. Aston Messam.
Hello, Mrs. Crackers.
Great to have you. All of those persons who have contributed to the growth and development of these students. Young youth leaders, Gaveliers. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a great day, an history-making day, and I'm delighted to be part of this history-forming experience. Colin Powell said that you have achieved excellence as a leader when people will follow you anywhere, no matter what. Today, we're witnessing this formation where these young people will be delivering the kind of excellence that will allow them to form a solid foundation on which all other Gavel clubs will be built. Congratulations, youth leaders. You are pioneers, and the history books have recorded that you were the first set of students to be so named at this institution. You are foundation builders, Gaveliers. You are pioneers, you are trailblazers, and you have said yes to an awesome opportunity. It's an opportunity that will allow you to grow and develop, and you will be getting exposure to numerous opportunities to expand your learning way beyond the curriculum of the school. You will get an opportunity to meet new friends and to network as you heighten your awareness of creativity. Young leaders, you are doubly blessed. You are doubly blessed because you are in an institution that has established a noble tradition of training young leaders. The Bridgeport High School over the years have always invested heavily in student leaders, and they have consistently molded these students so that when they leave the school, they can fit well in any area, anywhere. I'm very proud of them. So you're blessed to be in this school. Just by coming to Bridgeport, you get a head start. But you're also blessed because you are part of this club that will be chartered officially today. And you get an opportunity to establish, excuse me, to establish a foundation for others. Now, if you look at your theme for today, you are being reminded that you have no other way of serving but by doing an excellent job. The onus is on you to do it. And no matter which other set of students come after you, you are the pioneers. You have to build the foundation so strong that the other students, when they come, will have a foundation in which they can continue to grow. So you leaders, you cannot take this opportunity lightly. You have been given this opportunity, but with all opportunities come tremendous responsibility. So there's much riding on the how you do what you have said yes to. The only way you can do it is by working on yourself. And in Toastmasters, when you work on yourself, others in your club will benefit, your whole club will benefit. And so it's a great thing to be in, because by just working on you, you're allowing others to grow. And if you're going to give excellence at all times, you have to make sure that you understand what it takes to be your very best self. Your very best self comes only when you have devoted time and energy in your own learning and growing and development. And the Toastmasters platform on which you stand is a time-tested training track. You've got a head start. You are way ahead of the pack. And on this platform, you can become excellent as long as you have a well-defined purpose and you are planning to practice some well-tested skills that will be given to you, and you perform at your very best. So on the Toastmasters platform, you are expected to have purpose, to practice some well-defined skills, and to perform at your best at all times. Fellow Toastmasters, I'm seeing the red card, but I was told that I have 15 minutes. So is it time for the red card? I don't know. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the purpose. So youth leaders, right where you are right now, write down or redefine or revisit your reason for joining. Why did you say yes to becoming part of this club? What are your well-defined goals that you have? What is the legacy that you want to leave? What do you want to be remembered for? How will you influence those persons in the club? And who will you speak to get guidance as you move towards the achievement of your goal? These are some of the questions I want you to think on. Ponder these things, because your goal must become very clear in your head. Because if you don't have any goal in mind, you are not likely to be able to achieve it. So you have to have a well-defined goal. Your purpose must be crystal clear in your own mind so that you can move toward it with purpose, passion, and your personal style. So define your goal and make sure at all times you keep that in front of you so that you're constantly reminding of the why you are here. Remember, as a pioneer in this Gavel Club, you have the awesome responsibility of setting the pace. And so you want to do so well that all who come behind you will want to emulate you. If you are going to reach that goal, there are some practices that you will have to develop. You can't just do what you feel to do when you feel to do it. You have to now ask yourself some other questions. Like, what are the skills that I need to practice? Where will I get the information on these skills? Who are the mentors that I will look at to see how they do things so that I can emulate them and do it just like them or even better? Because even Jesus said that greater things that he did, that those who follow him and believe in him will do those things and greater. So if you find good mentors, you will be able to do those things that they're doing and even exceed them. So you're going to start to have to look at some good mentors. You will have to ask yourself things like, who will come with me? Who will I have to probably stop talking to in order to continue and keep my focus so that I do what I have to do? You were fortunate today because one of our Gaveliers gave an icebreaker on leadership and gave you some important ideas as to how you can become a good leader. And so you're going to have to, if you didn't make note when she was delivering her icebreaker speech, you will have to then listen to the tape later on and see some of the things that she says, because I really, really want to point you to those things and encourage you to work on some of those things as you move forward to become the very best leader you were created to be, so that you perform and you perform at your best at all times. I want you to think about the ABC of your performance and your leadership. The first thing I want you to do in the ABC of your performance is to make sure that you acknowledge that you have a responsibility to set the pace and that you have a responsibility to make sure that all who come behind you will remember you for the contribution you made to the development of this new club. So after you have learned the skills, you must then apply. So you want to acknowledge that you have a role and a responsibility to set the pace and the tone and establish this fine foundation. And then you want to apply all those skills that you have been taught, because it is critically important for you to apply the right thing. If you practice the wrong thing, you're going to become good at it. So you want to make sure you get the right skill, have the right kinds of mentor, and then you move forward, applying them the best way you know how. Now, you must be organized. Order is the first law of the universe. And you know, in Jamaica, we always say you can't be chaka-chaka. So you have to make sure that all of the leadership training that you're getting, you organize it in such a way that you know where to find it when you need it. You organize it in such a way that you can apply them when you must. So order is critically important. So make sure you organize all of the activities of your life. So revisit your timetables. When is it that you're going to spend looking at things about leadership? When are you going to do schoolwork? When are you going to do SBAs? When are you going to? So organize your life. Make sure everything is in order and keep your focus. Once you have organized, follow one course until you're successful at it. So be organized, keep your focus, and make sure you know where to find what you need when you need to find it. And then for the C, I want you to think about confidence, courage, and consistency. Earlier on today, when that icebreaker was being delivered, she talked about confidence. So all leaders must have confidence. And as Gaveliers, as young leaders in this communication club, confidence is very, very vitally important, in fact. And Marcus Garvey said that in the race of life, you're twice defeated if you have no confidence, but that with confidence, you have won even before you begin. So you want to be confident in all that you think, do, and say. I want you to be confidently courageous and consistent. You have to keep doing it over and over and over again. And as adults, we can tell you that over the years, every January or so, we make resolutions. And many persons will tell you that by the end of January, they stop following some of those resolutions that they have made. So the consistency wasn't there, and so the resolutions were not realized. So consistency is fundamentally important if you're going to excel. You cannot become excellent at anything unless you consistently do it and do it well. So if you're going to be consistent at doing it, you have to plan what you have to do and plan it well. So you know about timetabling as students. So you have to plan your timetable and set up routine, so you know when you're doing what, which day of the week you're going to focus on what, and so on, which time of day you're going to focus on what. So set up routines and do it consistently over and over and over until you get it right. And then for the D, I want you to be decisive. You have made up your mind that this is where you want to go, and you want to stick with it no matter what. So be decisive and determined. So you want to make sure that when you make up your mind, you're not listening to other persons who are saying something different from what you are saying or doing. Remember earlier on I said, you might have to stop speaking to some people and get some new friends if it calls for that. But whatever it takes, having taken the decision, stick with it. In order to succeed, you have to decide on what you're going to do. If you are indecisive, it is going to waste your time. So be decisive, decide on what you want to do, and then go at it with determination, and make sure that no matter what, you are not sidetracked. You don't take no detour that is going to take you down the wrong road. Remember, others are looking on. Remember, pioneers, you have this responsibility to make sure that this new club excel, that this new club become the standard by which all other Gavel club, not just in St. Catherine, but in Jamaica, will be judged. So don't take it lightly. It's an awesome responsibility, but you can do it. Remember, you can do all things through Christ, but only to the extent that you allow him to infuse you with his strength. So you have got to rely on God and allow him to strengthen you. And with his strength, you will be able to do it, and do it with excellence. Students, young leaders, excellence is the only way to go. And in the words of Marcus Garvey, up you mighty young leaders, you can accomplish what you will. Ladies and gentlemen, over to you, Madam President.
Thank you, Miss. I would like to introduce our next speaker, DTM Fitzgerald Gale. Boys and girls, even adults, know him as Uncle Fitz or Fantastic Fitz because they find him to be their friend. His parents, however, first named him Fitzgerald Gale. Fitzgerald first learned of Toastmasters in 2001 after being invited to sing at the Nova Power Speakers Toastmasters inauguration ceremony. He was so impressed by the orderliness and mannerism of the members that he waited to see what would happen next. Before he knew it, time flew, and he served the organization in the roles of President, Vice President Education, and Vice President Public Relations, Sergeant at Arms, club coach, and was a distinguished Toastmaster. DTM Fitzgerald believes in long life learning. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Public Administration and International Relations from the University of the West Indies, and a master's degree and a degree in counseling psychology from the Northern Caribbean University. He holds several diplomas and certificates in various disciplines, including social work, social psychology, and meditation. DTM Fitzgerald believes that every child is one caring adult away from being a success story. In regard, he has, for the past 7 years, been conducting Boys to Men coaching projects across communities, upskilling youth in values, attitudes, life lessons, homework projects, and providing general counseling. Uncle Fitz believes that real men are honest, open-minded, physically and emotionally present for their families. DTM Fitzgerald has also led several youth leadership seminars with hundreds of children and youth preparing to be leaders for any occasion, where they learn public speaking and listening skills. The participants learn when enhancing the core values of integrity, respect, service, empowerment, and teamwork. DTM Fitzgerald is married to Caroline for over 28 years, and both have 2 adult children. Please allow me to introduce DTM Fitzgerald.
You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want, but you must try, try and try, try and try. You'll succeed at last. What is it that you are right now? Who will you become? Who will you be impacting? What legacy will you be leaving for those fellow Bridgeport students and the world when you leave? For something to be true that you will become, it has to be believed and to become inside out. My friends, congratulations, Bridgeport. Congratulations, Bridgeport Gaveliers. You are pioneers. You are trendsetters. You are the unforgettable leaders. And DTM Virus has just proclaimed you as the trendsetters. Congratulations. I see a part of your theme as excellence, which I just picked one word from. Excellence, according to the online dictionary, is the quality of being outstanding or extremely good. If you know the adjective, it says excellent. Being an adjective, it describes the present condition. It didn't say that you need to be static at that position. The good news is you can move every time. Excellence is like a series of steps. At the bottom, the basis level, you step number 1 step is excellence. Number 2 is excellence above that excellence, and you can go as high as you want. The world has its place to receive you. When you become excellent, your audience will determine that you are the best, but give them a challenge of going to the next level and the next level and the next level. Usain Bolt. Did Usain Bolt give people a chance to decide who he was it the first, the second, or third? No. He decided for them and they had to follow him. As pioneers, as leaders, you have the chance and the challenge to let them follow you wherever you go, because you have decided that you are the best. You can decide that you are not only good, you are not only great, but you can decide from now that you are unforgettable. And this is the challenge DTM Virus has given you. Let them talk about you as the expert in everything. Let them speak about you when they go to sleep, when they're talking on the phone, when they're TikToking, when they're WhatsApping, whatever they are doing, whatever conversation, it must be you. It takes, however, a series of steps before you get to the expert level. Like how when you were training, they told you that a good speech has to be written, rewritten, and rewritten. A great speech has 6 more processes. Like an unforgettable speech, you have to keep working on it. And then when you get lost in the speech becomes unforgettable. Never be complacent or satisfied with where you are. Develop that healthy dissatisfaction for your present condition and move up, because the world wants a star. The world wants you. Always remember that the Gavel Club equips you that whatever area of life you are to stand up, to speak up and stand out, because the world is waiting for your answers. A question to you is, what problems are you solving when you speak? Who is listening to you? Who is paying you to listen, paying you to speak? I want you to be like the bird. The bird doesn't only sing because it can sing. It sings because they have a song. Do not speak because you just have to speak. Speak because you have the answer. In a short period, you will build up a network around you that everybody will be drawn to you. So I challenge you to be happy and make those around you very happy. And then people from afar will come to hear you. I want to challenge you to become the it. Keep working on yourself, become the it that when people speak about you, they don't even call your name. Let them call you, wow, oh my gosh, is him that, is she that, oh my word. Give them nothing to talk about but you. I became complacent some time ago. When I was in the country, I used to sing all over the place. I had one suit of clothes, but nobody saw my clothes. They just wanted to hear me. And they carried me far and near, and I would sing and I would enjoy the experiences and the outings. But when I came to Kingston, after my children became adults, nobody saw me. Nobody asked me to sing again because they were singing. And I kept quiet for a few years at church, a big church, but nobody asked me. They just called to ask me, I mean, where's your son or your daughter? Can they come and sing? And I said, okay. So when I started working on myself again, people asked me to sing. And I started singing and I started getting paid for it. The last time I spoke, about a few months ago, they asked me to make a presentation. And I said, just make a contribution. Guess how much they paid me? They paid me $50,000. Yeah. The other day, somebody asked me to sing on Zoom some funeral songs. 2 songs. And they paid me $15,000 for 2 songs, 6 minutes. As a Gavel Club, I want to challenge you, be so unforgettable that people want to hear you. Become the it, live the it, know that you're the it. How do you get rid of your shyness and your afraidness or whatever you want to call it? Every morning you get up and go before the mirror and say, hi. Like what I do, I say, hi, hey, fantastic, Fitzgerald, you're the greatest. You are the best. People love to hear you. You are awesome. You're wonderful. Nobody will talk when you're speaking because you are magic. You're mesmerizing. You're wonderful. Hey, Fitz! So when I go out, I don't wait on anybody to tell me morning. I'm full up with morning already, so I have enough to give away. Know your material. Become the it. Live the it. Be fantastic. Live your dreams. If you don't know how to do it, ask your mentors, ask your teachers, ask the persons, the Gavelier, the leaders. If you don't know how to do it, just do it. If you want to get to the top, just do it. If you want to make a friend, just do it. If you're afraid to open your mouth, just open your mouth and do it. If everybody's criticizing you, that means they're giving you free advertisement, just do it. Open your mouth, give them the answer, and they will shut up. Just do it. Become the it. Become the it when you wake up, when you sleep, when you talk. Tell yourself, sing it, be it, live it. Just tell yourself that you have become it. You will be doing it until you are it. Talk it, sing it, tell everybody that you are it and love the it. And hey, my friends, become the it. And as I start, I end. You can do it if you really want. You can do it if you really want. You can do it if you really want, but you must try, try and try, try and try. You'll succeed at last.
Thank you, DTM Fitzgerald. I will try. I would like to call Kayla Gutsmore to give the overview. Kayla?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, President Sabrina. Okay, hello guys. I normally share my screen, but due to circumstances, I'm not able to today, sadly. Okay, without further ado, creating future leaders now. These words gave birth to the idea of training young people under the age of 18 in the art of public speaking and oral deportment. For the past 6 weeks, the students and collaborator at Bridgeport High School has run with the vision of being excellent and exceptional in their speech. Actions and tasks assigned as they hone their leadership and management skills. The course taught the young Gaveliers relevant skills such as time management, public speaking, language and phonetics, as well as administrative and accountability skills. Today, we celebrate our bright new men and women of tomorrow as they continue to change their school and community. Excellence is who they are. Excellence is what they do, and excellence is the only way to lead. I have to also commend the trainers who took the time and patience out of their busy schedule to explain and oversee our learning while making it fun and enjoyable at the same time. We have grown throughout the youth leadership program as young Gaveliers. Some of us even got the opportunity to have multiple positions to help us grow and to assist us in future life. Take me, for example. I have gotten the extraordinary honor of being the co-table topics master and the table topics master on both January 14, 2022 and January 21st, 2022, respectively, while being the secretary of the club. So in my opinion, the youth leadership program has been a ravishing success. Back over to you, President Sabrina.
Thank you, Kayla. I am delighted to introduce DTM Elizabeth Nero. May I have a second? Technical difficulties. Okay. DTM Elizabeth wears many hats. She's an entrepreneur, project manager, MGT consultant, and an adjunct lecturer in the Faculty of Engineering at CMU. She is also certified Six Sigma Green Belt and Scrum Master certified. She has over 15 years of corporate management and leadership. She's an active Toastmaster. She uses the program for nation building. Focusing on youth leadership development, she's a member of the Dynamic Speakers Club in Jamaica, currently Area 7 Director, a Pathways Mentor, and was a Toastmaster for the year 2019 to 2020. In 2021, she won Club Coach Exquisite Award for outstanding results as a club coach at VM Toastmasters Club. Please allow me to introduce Elizabeth Monero.
Thank you very much for that warm introduction, Toastmaster to be, Sabrina. It is such a delight to be here. And as I look around the room and I see all these young folks, and I know that our future is in good hands. I listened with delight as I heard our future leaders spoke. It gave me a reassurance that our country, our nation, our world is in good hands because of Toastmasters. I want to commend the organizers of this youth leadership program, the school, the principals, the teachers, and of course the students. Because Toastmasters is where leaders are made. And it is very clear that the objectives of the program is met, just listening to all of you today. So on behalf of the leadership team and the members of the Dynamic Speakers Club, I want to say congratulations to AD Junit and to this entire team for Bridgeport High on this outstanding achievement today. Your eloquence, your confidence means a lot, and it says a lot in this meeting. So I encourage you to continue that growth on the personal path. I wish when I was in high school, we had such a program. I had to wait until I was way in my career to discover Toastmasters. So you are benefiting from a program that has changed lives, that has changed a nation. And so with that, I bid you congratulations. And I look forward to seeing you in House of Parliament as prime ministers, as leaders in organizations in the future. Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Miss. I'm sure you'll be seeing most of us on your television in the future. I would like to introduce DTM Corville Hilton to do the induction. Over to you, DTM Corville.
Thank you, Madam Host and Madam President. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a wonderful opportunity, a great moment for us. And we are also proud of each of you as youth leaders, Gaveliers who will be inducted this afternoon. Fellow members of the Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavel Club, we are about to induct the following new members. I would like for you to identify yourself once your name is called. And I did note that some of you said you are not able to turn your cameras on, but probably you can give a thumbs up or possibly even raise your hand. Use the raise hand feature so you can come to the fore and we will be able to see you. So I'm going to call your names and you identify yourself, please. We'll be very grateful. Kayla Gutsmore, Chanel Miller, Sabrina McIntosh, Kendra McCormick, Devon Glanville, Ariana Ramsden, Daniel Simmons, Daniel Booth, Keona Henry, Sadiq Van Riel, Dejone Martel, Javon Blake, Janelia Morris, Jada Newman, Tiana Jones, Shanice Chance, Chrisania Long, I hope we got it right this time, Antoine Higgins, Ashley Barrett, Abigail Williams, Selena Ufar. Did we miss anyone? If I missed you, just hold your hand up so we can note that for the record. So raise your hand in the with the raise hand feature if I missed your name. Well, it appears as if we have everyone. Fellow Gaveliers, these new members, which are you, have previously applied to become members of this club. If anyone has any objection to any of them, please raise your hand using the same raise hand feature. If you are objecting to any of these members joining. I didn't note any hands.
Excuse
Great.
me, sir.
Yes.
Correction is Chrisania.
You mean I still got it wrong after I practiced for quite a few days?
Yes,
Chrisania.
sir.
My good. Chrisania.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Everybody just keeps messing up your name. I don't even feel alone in this, but we apologize for that, and we are going to endeavor to get it right. Thank you for the correction. So there are no objections. I would like to entertain a motion to have these new members accepted. Can you raise your hand if you move such a motion? Any of our coordinators are members? Yes, thank you. Distinguished Toastmaster Corinne Thomas moved, and we have Kayla Gutsmore seconding. Yes, thank you very much. So properly moved and seconded. Fellow Gaveliers, it is now my duty and privilege to induct these new members into our Toastmasters family. This is an important occasion both for these new members and the Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavelier Club. These individuals have come to the Gavel Club seeking to improve their communication and leadership skills. And we now have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve. Gaveliers, you are joining a worldwide organization that has helped millions of people learn to communicate and lead more effectively. As members of the Gavel Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping each other in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. You will enjoy yourself. You should enjoy yourself. You must enjoy yourself when you come together, because we believe in learning in a fun environment. Madam Coordinator Janet Robinson Newman, have these new members been assigned mentors? Do we have AD Janet? AD Janet, do I have our attention? DTM Corinne, are you able to respond to that question for the purpose of the exercise?
Distinguished Toastmaster Hilton, yes. We are assigning mentors, and the students will know who are their individual mentors very shortly.
Thank you so much for assisting us here. All right, and for those who are mentors, I know distinguished Toastmaster Corin should be one, and myself, and for those who may be here, as experienced Toastmasters, you have been asked to help these new members get off to a good start. I know you have accepted this responsibility, and with your knowledge and experience, I'm sure it will only help our Gaveliers to become better at what they do. Fellow new members, that's our Gaveliers, membership in this club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet, it also places certain obligations upon you as members. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish individually. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment, as I told you. This means you must work diligently towards your own self-development. Don't worry about the other member. Worry about yourself. I think that sounds like a song. Evaluate others. Present speeches in a spirit of support. Don't try to pull anyone down. We are trying to support, to build each other up. Assist the club in reaching its goals. Remain positive at all times and keep a smile on your face as you serve. I'm going to ask each of you to affirm your membership by repeating the pledge. So what I'll ask is for one person. Madam President, you could unmute your mic and repeat after me. I think that's the best way, because if we have everybody saying it, it may sound a little confusing. So Madam President, you just unmute and repeat after me. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Great. I'm going to ask each person, I want you to unmute. So everybody unmute and just say your name. So you will say I and your name, each Gavelier. You could do it all at once. After two, we'll do that. So you unmute yourself and you are going to say I and call your name. Here we go, after two. 1, 2.
I, Sabrina McIntosh.
I
Ashley.
Great. I think we have you all. And now you can all mute and our president will repeat on your behalf. In the presence of my fellow members.
In the presence of my fellow members.
Of the Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavel Club.
Of the Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavel Club.
Make this firm obligation.
Make this firm obligation.
To attend meetings regularly.
To attend meetings regularly.
And prepare fully for each assignment.
And prepare fully for each assignment.
To apply myself.
To apply myself.
To the program outline.
To the program outline.
In the Toastmasters manuals.
In the Toastmasters manuals.
To participate actively.
To participate actively.
In club activities.
In club activities.
To evaluate others in a positive.
To evaluate others in a positive.
Constructive manner.
Constructive manner.
To build open.
To build open.
Friendly relationships.
Friendly relationships.
With my fellow members.
With my fellow members.
And to bring our new members.
And to bring our new members.
Into the club.
Into the club.
So that they can.
So that they can.
Also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
Also gain the benefit of Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Madam President. If you're all in agreement, can you raise your hand with the raise hand feature so we can see you? I think most of us are in agreement, but maybe some of us aren't. If you are in agreement, can you please raise your hand with the raise hand feature? If you are in agreement with the pledge. Okay, thank you. I take it that some of us are not quite attentive at this moment, but thank you very much. As Division B Director with responsibility of this club, and on behalf of the executive and members, we welcome each of you to the club. We will present you with your member certificate at an appropriate time. We also have certificates for our mentors. Thank you all. And this concludes our induction ceremony. Madam Coordinator, are we going to show the certificates now, or you have another time planned for it?
Later in the program, Division Director. Thank you.
You are very welcome. So we can move on. Let's give our new members a round of applause. Congratulations all. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank you, DTM Hilton. I would like to invite DTM Corinne Thomas to do the installation of executive members. Please allow me to introduce.
Thank you, Madam President. Fellow Toastmasters, prospective Toastmasters, newly inducted Gaveliers, friends, well-wishers. I am here to install the charter officers of the Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavel Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective responsibility and challenge is to make this club strong, dedicated to helping their members to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and think creatively. I will ask each officer to open their camera if possible and ask the Zoom master to spotlight them. If you cannot open your camera, please use the raise hand feature so that you come to the top of the gallery view. I will invite you to accept the virtual gavel as a symbol of leadership as I briefly describe the challenges he or she must meet and the responsibilities he or she must fulfill. And we have a full slate of officers. We will, as is customary, start with the Sergeant at Arms and proceed up to the President. Gavelier Devon Glanville. Devon, can you open your camera or raise your hand, use the raise hand feature? Devon Glanville has been elected Sergeant at Arms. As Sergeant at Arms, you keep track of the club's physical properties, such as the banner, lectern, and other meeting materials. You're responsible to ensure that the meeting place is prepared for the meeting. If it is a face-to-face meeting, in the virtual space, you ensure that the attendees are able to enter and are welcomed. You will also be responsible for the attendance register and ensuring that first-time visitors are recorded so that they can be invited to return. One of your most important responsibilities is to ensure that the meeting begins on time and to introduce the President. The Sergeant at Arms is also responsible for the social aspects of the club. So I encourage you to form a social and hospitality committee to assist you in carrying out these functions. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Devon, We seem to have lost Devon. I'm seeing him on the platform, but perhaps he's having technical difficulties. I'm now going to...
He's having some technical difficulties.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
I am now going to pass the virtual gavel. If we were in person, the Sergeant at Arms would then pass the virtual gavel to the next officer. And the next officer is our treasurer. Gavelier Ariana Ramsden has been elected club treasurer. Ariana, can you open your camera? Okay. You are the club's chief accountant. You manage the club's finances. You're responsible to collect and distribute club funds as agreed by the executive committee. You should keep timely, accurate, up-to-date financial records for the club. Though the treasurer's duties are usually not the most demanding of the club leadership positions, the consequences for the members and the club can be serious when they are not completed accurately and on time. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, Miss.
Thank you. And now we move to the secretary. Kayla Gutsmore has been elected club secretary. Kayla, can you open your camera? You are the club's primary note taker and record keeper. And may I say that over the past few weeks, we have seen how very ably Kayla has been able to conduct that role. You manage club files, handle club correspondence, and take the minutes at each club meeting and executive committee meeting. You're also in charge of updating and distributing our roster of the current membership and ensuring that the club officer list is current at World Headquarters. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, Miss, I will.
Thank you. Moving on to our Vice President, Public Relations, and that is Selena Ofar. I don't believe that Selena is here, but for the record, let me just repeat what her duties are. Selena is the club's link to the outside world, the person in charge of notifying the public, especially the school public, about the club's existence. As Vice President Public Relations, you are publicist, social media specialist, and brand manager of the club. It's your job to notify the wider community whenever your club does something newsworthy. And I am sure that she will perform those duties to the best of her ability. Gavelier Chrysania Long has been elected Vice President Membership. Chrysania? Wonderful. You are the club's #1 recruiter. You manage the process of bringing in guests and transforming those guests into members of the club. You do this by initiating contact with guests, making them feel welcome, and providing them with information they need to join. You help maintain a constant influx of new people into your club. And you also keep an eye on membership levels and strategize with the rest of the executive committee about how to overcome any membership challenges. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, Miss.
Wonderful. Gavelier Sadiq Vanriel has been elected Vice President Education. Sadiq?
I'm here, Miss.
Right. As Vice President Education, you are the club's chief scheduler, and the primary expert on the Toastmasters education program and your members' goals and their progress. You're an important source of Toastmasters knowledge for club members, and it is your job to become familiar with the inner workings of the Toastmasters education program. Will you perform these duties with to the best of your ability?
I will.
And now we move on to our president. Gavelier Sabrina McIntosh has been elected the president of Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavel Club. You are its chief executive officer. Could we have Sabrina spotlighted, please? You are the chief executive officer and are expected to preside at all club meetings. Regular and special meetings of your executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals, their Toastmasters educational goals. Please accept the virtual gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of the power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as its leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It's an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with a common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. I encourage you to work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone is proud. Will you, as president, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
I will.
Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to declare these Gaveliers installed into the offices to which they have been elected. Now I speak to the other members of the club. The growth and development of the Toastmasters program in the Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavel Club depends largely upon the actions of your executive. I encourage you, I charge you. Do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by them and the club, to live together in unity and work with each other to support your executive throughout the coming year? And I ask the other club members to unmute and indicate your agreement. Just say, I will.
I will.
Well, Keandre agrees. I'm not sure about the rest. Executive.
Excuse me.
Yes, Ariana.
Could you please repeat?
I'm asking the club members to pledge to work with you, with the executive, support you in your role for the coming year.
Okay.
All right. Now, executive members, before I close, let me assure you that you will not be working alone. Your coordinators, your mentors, we will continue to mentor you individually and collectively to ensure that you get the training, you get the support, you get the encouragement that you need. And nothing grows you like being a leader of such an organization. At this time, I would like you all to congratulate the newly installed officers of the Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavel Club. Well done and congratulations. And with that, I return control to our president, Sabrina McIntosh.
Thank you, DTM Thomas. I have a few testimonials from a few of our members. I would like to start with Miss Howard, or advisor and or sixth form coordinator. Mrs. Howard, are you there?
Thanks, Sabrina. Communication works for those who work at it. John Powell. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. One of my favorite songs is Celebrate Good Times by Kool and the Gang. This afternoon, we are definitely enjoying a celebration of good times. The culmination of 7 weeks of amazing training for the youth leaders of the Bridgeport High School. It is said that good friends better than pocket money. And so, having Toastmaster Jeanette Newman as a good friend has made all of this possible. Thanks, Jeanette. When she brought the training idea to me, I was delighted. We presented the proposal to my principal, Mrs. Beverly Harris, and she gave it her blessing. Then I met DTM Corville Hilton and DTM Corinne Thomas, who are now my good friends and go-to persons. They have expertly guided the training sessions to a success. The stars magically aligned when DTM Virus Clark Ellis did some of our education segments. She and I have worked on youth leadership training at my school for several years. She's a part of our school family. We were also blessed to have other great presenters each week, and the students learned quickly. Soon they were performing admirably. What they have learned in 7 weeks will definitely benefit them for a lifetime. They are now better communicators, striving for excellence. The launch of the Bridgeport High School Glistening Gavel Club this afternoon is an event extraordinaire. A huge thank you to everyone, and we promise our club will be one to emulate. Congratulations to our youth leaders. You have earned every moment of this occasion of celebration. May God bless us all. May God bless our club. Thank you. Back to you, Sabrina.
Oh, okay. I also have a testimony of my own. I originally joined this youth leadership program with the aspiration to become a better communicator and to be able to lead more efficiently and effectively. If I was told that over the span of 4 weeks, I will be here today, I wouldn't believe it. I have learned quite a lot of stuff. And they have not only helped me to build my communication skills, but they have also helped me in my schoolwork. I have been able to write better speeches and become more confident in what I'm saying. Thank you. I now hand the lectern to Sadiq Van Riel with his testimony. Sadiq.
Thank you, President Sabrina. Good day, esteemed guests, Toastmasters, classmates, and everyone in attendance. The Gavel Club has been a very beneficial to my growth into the person that I am now. The education segment and the table topics has improved my critical thinking, vocabulary, and public speaking skills, which includes my writing, structuring, presenting, and understanding of speeches, and even how I utilize different methods to improve my speeches, such as facial expressions, body language. Everyone see it? Hold on.
Now we see you, then we don't.
Okay, so I corrected. Everyone seen?
Yes, we are seeing you now.
Facial expressions, body language, gestures, and the changing of tone and pitch to show different emotions. In conclusion, the Gavel Club is an excellent place for one to develop their public speaking skills, confidence, and character, and a huge stepping stone to becoming a good leader, society builder, mover, and shaper. So encourage persons to join it. And as the old saying says, if you want good, your nose have to run, because nothing comes easy. And to say that, I will say Gavel Club also has its challenges. Not everything has its challenges, but that doesn't mean you are to give up, because the benefits outweighs the disadvantages. So to everyone who is probably wavering and saying Gavel Club a little different, I understand. Talk to the necessary persons and try and see how you can accommodate it. But at the end of the day, try and be a part of Gavel. It is a wonderful experience. I hand back over to our president.
Wonderful speech, Sadiq. Wonderful speech, Sadiq. I would like to hand the virtual lectern to DTM Warren Swan to present the Youth Leadership Awards. Over to you, DTM Warren Swan.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we would like to present a certificate to Ashley Barron for participating in the Youth Leadership Program. Congratulations, Ashley. Next, we would like to present a certificate of participation to Youth Leader Daniel Boo. Congratulations, Youth Leader Daniel. will now present a certificate to youth leader Shanice Chance. Congratulations, youth leader Shanice. Next, we'll present a certificate to youth leader Keona Henry.
Point of information, am I being heard?
Okay, yes,
Point of
go ahead.
information, Jeanette, you're not watching the screen. Are you able to see the screen?
Okay, one moment, let me, yeah, hold on, one moment, please.
If not, I can read them off on your behalf, but I would love for you to have presented them.
Okay, go ahead, please. Go ahead. Thank you.
It is my pleasure on behalf of Lady Jeanette to present Javon Blake a certificate of completion in the Youth Leadership Program. Danielle Booth presented for completion of all requirements for this program. Congratulations to Danielle. Shanice Chance has also completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Leadership Program. Devon Glenville has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. Caleb Gutsmore, Madam President, has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Leadership Program, and all of these are an excellent recognition of their accomplishments. Keona Henry has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Leadership Program in recognition of the wonderful contribution she has made. Antoine Higgins has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program and recognition thereof. The certificate is also given to him. Diana Jones has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program in recognition thereof that she is being awarded. Christina Long, I'm so pleased to be able to present this young lady. She has shown great promise as well, like so many of the leaders, has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. Eugene Martel has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. In recognition, he has been awarded this certificate. Janelle Miller has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. In recognition thereof, this certificate being awarded. Kendra McCormick has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. In recognition, therefore, she has been awarded a certificate. Sabrina McIntosh, Youth Leadership Program, in recognition thereof of this certificate is awarded to her as well. Janila Morris has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. In recognition thereof of this certificate is awarded. Jada Newman has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. In recognition thereof, this certificate is awarded. Ariana Ramsden has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Leadership Program. In recognition of this certificate is also awarded to her. Danielle Simmons has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Leadership Program. In recognition thereof, this certificate is awarded. Selena Ufar has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. The recognition thereof of this certificate being awarded. Sadiq Benreal has completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program and has been awarded the certificate. Abigail Williams has been completed the requirements of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. In recognition thereof, this certificate is awarded. Let us congratulate all of our youth leaders for having stood the test of getting experience. Give them a resounding round of applause. And of course, this is presented by Jeanette Robinson Numa, their coordinator. I do have a few other certificates to share. Just sit back and bear with me for a little longer. We have some special recognition. All of our leaders did exceedingly well. However, there were a few that did some very outstanding contributions to the club overall, and therefore we'd like to acknowledge the following as outstanding service to the club. Devon Glenville, outstanding service as a youth leader. Kayla Duxmore, outstanding service as a youth leader. Stepped up whenever asked, filled in. Sadiq Benreal, the same. Stepped up, contributed wherever he was called to do. He followed that promise. When called upon to do so, he showed up. These three students have done an excellent job and have been recognized as outstanding youth leaders. I have a very special one coming up, and this is to their charter membership. They have all been granted charter membership, as you can see here, as members of the Bridgeport High Glistening Gavaliers. Ashley Barron, Javon Blake, Danielle Booth, Shanice Chance, Devon Glenville, Kayla Duxmore, Keona Henry, Antoine Higgins, Tiana Jones, Ksenia Long, Dejanay Martel, Kendra McCormick, Sabrina McIntosh, Chanel Miller, Janila Morris, Jada Newman, Ariana Ramsden, Danielle Simons, Sadiq Benreal, Selena Ufa, Abigail Williams. Let's once again applaud them for being the charter members of the Bridgeport High Gavaliers Club. We're now moving to a very special area, and this is for those who we could not have made this program happen without. I am elated to showcase Jeanette Robinson Numa for pulling us all together, no matter where we were in the world, to make this happen for our young people. Let's show through our reaction buttons an overwhelming applause. On behalf of the Cavaliers, we'd like to present this certificate to the dynamic Speakers Club for being the host club, for making this opportunity available to our young people. We couldn't have done it without them. I'd like to present these certificates to the awesome contributors, speakers, presenters, trainers, mentors, to all of the wonderful and dignified, along with distinguished Toastmasters. Our first certificate of appreciation to motivate young people on how to develop their public speaking and skills and leadership, none other than DTM, Virus, Clark, Ellis. Let's put our reactions up. Let's show some love. Let's show some support. DTM, Fabiola, Cleofa, come on, they shouldn't stop. Your hands should be getting tired. Keep clapping. Gavel Hilton. I call him DTM squared. DTM Gavel Hilton. DTM Fitzgerald Gale. DTM Elizabeth Nehru. DTM Jean Small. DTM Corin Thomas. And I believe I know this person up on the screen. She helped out a little bit when she could. We also had additional presenters. Now, I remember Lisa Chandler's speech. For some reason, she impacted me. I'm happy to present a certificate of appreciation to Lisa Chandler, Joy Howard, Carla Isaacs, Amelia Jones, Jody Legler, Zoom Master Extraordinaire, Raquel Jones, Jasmine Smith, and none other than Jeanette Weatherson-Newman herself, who galvanized and pulled us together. I'd like for us to congratulate all contributors, all participants, everyone that made this opportunity a memorable one, a great learning experience. Well done to every single member who contributed, and congratulations, Cavaliers, because you are making many of these mentors glisten as your name entails. Over to you, Madam President Sabrina.
Thank you, DTM Warren Swan. Very impactful words. I present DTM Carville Hilton to do the congratulatory speech. Over to you, DTM Carville Hinton.
Thank you, Madam President, Madam Moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, can you help me? Put your hands together for our moderator. I believe she did a phenomenal job this afternoon. And as she told you a few weeks ago, she didn't imagine herself doing this. So I am really so proud of each of them for what they have accomplished, and you heard it from them. Madam Chair, Madam Principal, who may not be here, staff and youth leaders, district leaders, Toastmasters, and guests. This is a great day for Division B. We are overjoyed to get to this point for two reasons. One, what this occasion means for this school and our students. You are actually history. You have made history. And two, what this means for our division. You are the first Gavel Club formed for this year and probably in a while as well. So you are our babies. You are our model. I want to thank our principal for affording us this great opportunity. We want to thank Mrs. Joy Howard for being so instrumental in making this happen. And you heard from her a little earlier. We want to thank our area director, Janet Robinson-Newman. She coordinated this entire program, and I believe it has caused her some sleepless nights. She really worked tremendously hard at putting this all together. And I'm not doing the vote of thanks, but I must thank her on behalf of our division. I want to thank our students. You are the most important persons here this afternoon. Without you, none of this would have been possible. We thank you for your dedication, for your sacrifice that brought us to this point. I salute each of you because I know you had gone out, prepared your speeches. Some of you, I think, were a nervous wreck when you started. In fact, it was interesting that sometimes when we were doing the speech, when we were doing the prepared speeches, I see these students online, and as soon as I call them, they are not there. And we search online, they just disappear. Apparently, they weren't brave enough at some point to do the presentations. But look where you are now. And we want to thank you for sticking in there. And we have even greater heights for you to achieve. So I just want you to continue to hold on because we are not going anywhere. We will be here to support you. We want to thank all our presenters who you heard a little earlier. They were here week after week making the sacrifice from all over the world, really. Thank you so much for investing in our young people. Bridgeport listening Gavaliers, I want you to know that Division D, District 81 and Toastmasters International are proud of you. And we are here to support you all the way. We want you to be successful. You have heard from our guest speaker who is still here. You can do it if you really want. I wouldn't try to sing because my voice is not in comparison to his. He's a great singer. But just know that you can do this if you really want to do it. Some of you have already seen the benefits and you can only continue to get better. This is something that if you don't use it, you are going to lose it. And we as Toastmasters, we are not only too well people who have left the club on the top of their games. When you hear them speaking, you say, wow, you were a Toastmaster. So I want you to continue to learn and to grow. Don't leave, just stick around. And even when you leave and go to university, if you know of a club near you, join it. You will be glad you did because you are always going to be pushed ahead of your tongue-tied and tongue-twisted friends. Congratulations to you all. You are now a model for our division, and some people have mentioned it before. We have all reasons to believe you will live up to your name and our expectations of you. I wish you all well. We are here to support you. Thank you. Back over to you, Madam President, Madam Moderator.
Thank you, DTM Hilton. Some wise words. I would like to invite Kayla Gutsmore to do the vote of thanks. Kayla, over to you.
Thank you, President Sabrina. Good evening, everyone. I hope you all have enjoyed the ceremony. I know I did. Today's graduation ceremony was a very informative and expressive session where club members and guest speakers have shared their experiences with us. Thank you all again for being here and celebrating with us. Thank you very much, President Sabrina, for starting the meeting and introducing our guest speakers. Girl, you were point on in your explanation. Well done. Toastmaster Raquel Jones, you boosted our day with your words of empowerment. Thanks to our second Vice President, Chrisania Long, for greeting everyone present here and now. To Toastmaster Alicia Chandler, you did a marvelous job with your opening remarks. Our icebreaker speakers, oh my, oh my. You guys were exemplary. You guys contributed a great deal to our ceremony with your words of wisdom. Thank you, young Gavaliers. DTM Ellis, you did a great job. Many thanks for your speech and encouraging words. DTM Gale, kudos to you, sir. We appreciate your energetic and informative presentation wrapped in a gift basket. Thanks to Kayla Gutsmore, yours truly, for giving the overview of the previous meetings. To DTM Neharu, for your words of encouragement. 1 second, guys. Give me a minute. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Continuing. Thanks to DTM Hilton for your induction and recognition of all the young future leaders into the Bridgeport Glistening Cavaliers Club. I commend you, DTM Thomas, for installing the club officers. You explained on point the responsibilities to the T of each officer. Many thanks to you. To the members of our testimonial session, you shared with us your experiences and what you learned and enjoyed during our previous meetings. You spoke truly from your hearts. We express appreciation to you all. To our award presenter, DTM Warren Swan, thank you for honoring us with our graduation certificates. Once again, DTM Hilton, we enjoyed your words of congratulations and motivation. And finally, thanks to myself again for expressing our thanks as youth leaders to the trainers who have molded us into future leaders, possibly lecturers and motivational speakers. And thanks to our presenter of the day, Mama, you did a great job. Well done to all of you. We appreciate all of you. Thanks once again. And our future leaders, I hope you strive for excellence because you can do it. Okay, I hope I did not leave out anyone, and if so, I am truly sorry. Okay, now back over to you, Madam Sabrina, our president.
Thank you, Kayla, for that vote of thanks. It was quite entertaining. This meeting is adjourned. I hope everyone will be in their respective frame of minds for our next meeting when the date is decided. And I hope all is well. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Madam President. Thank you for leading us through this session this evening.